Denle el puto premio Nobel de la Paz. Lo tiene que ganar este tipo, boludo. ¿Dónde está para votar el premio Nobel? No. Qué buen video, boludo. ¿Por qué? Los jugadores de Diablo 4 odian LAST EPOCH. Vamos a estar viendo el video. Y está pasando últimamente que muchos jugadores de Diablo 4, me ha pasado en mis videos también, están criticando LAST EPOCH. O diciendo que es un juego de celular. Ustedes en Steam lo pueden ver. Hay mucha gente que dice, se ve como un juego de celular. Me quedo con Diablo 4 o cosas así. Cuando realmente la gente que critica esto, porque no es toda la gente de Diablo 4, la verdad, que critica, no es toda la comunidad en sí, pero muchas personas que por ahí son muy casuales, que tocan los RPG 20 minutos al día, que por ahí es más el perfil de la gente que juega Diablo hoy en día, Diablo 4, por ahí es la típica persona que juega 20 minutos al día, se tira al sillón con el joystick, se pone a jugar y por ahí lo más que hace es, bueno, hoy llego a level 40 y la próxima temporada, de acá a 5 meses, trato de llegar a level 42. ¿Se entiende a lo que voy? Es más para ese perfil que está orientado más Diablo 4. Es muy casual y carente de contenido hoy día. Perdón que lo diga, pero es así. Entonces por ahí entran, ven LAST EPOCH y te dicen que es juego de celular o demás. Y bueno, está viendo mucho hate, ¿sí? Está viendo mucho hate. Este loco es súper fanático de Diablo 4 y cree que Diablo 4 es perfecto. Y no es por culpa de la traducción, ¿eh? Ojo, porque yo no lo vi el video. A ver qué dice, a ver. Vamos a ver qué dice. RPG Diablo perfecto. No, literal, ¿eh? Se lanzará oficialmente y lo odiarán.
Diablo IV.
Para nosotros, este video es para nosotros entusiastas de Diablo 4 que creemos que Diablo 4 es el RPG perfecto.
With absolutely no issues. If you are not one of these people and actually like Last Epoch, I suggest you stop watching this video right now, as it may trigger you. Okay, now that those people are gone and it's just us Diablo purists, we can finally get into why we're going to hate Last Epoch. My first of many reasons you're going to hate Last Epoch is its price. It's only $35 for the full game. What a stupid number, am I right? I know I'm not going to enjoy myself unless the game is at least $70. And there is no $100 early access version. Like,
boludo, es un video de coso, boludo. Gente, está troleando, boludo. Está siendo sarcástico, boludo. Es un pelotudo, me la hizo recreer, boludo. Está pelotudeando, boludo. Ya tenía la presión por las nubes, boludo.
Unless the game is at least $70. And there's no $100 early access version? Like, come on, guys. Are you even trying here? And get this, they're gonna keep updating the game and won't charge for DLC and expansions. This is awful and such a bad idea. Diablo IV is going to have an expansion every year. And I know, after this year's experience playing this absolute gem of a game, I can't wait to dish out another $70 for the expansion. The next thing
Pensar que hay gente que de verdad, boludo, de verdad quiere pagar de nuevo $70 o $100 por la expansión y está esperando eso a toda costa. Vos hablas con la gente, no, es que de verdad te digo, de verdad, es que es indefendible lo de Blizzard. Es que es indefendible.
Absolutely despise about Last Epoch is its skill trees. Yes, I said skill trees, meaning more than one. They have a passive skill tree, then a whole complete skill tree for every single skill in the game. Again, what an absolutely stupid idea and a
Qué idea tan absolutamente estúpida y la pérdida de tiempo.
Waste of time. Dios, let me show you an example side by side using Fireball. On the left, we have the Giga Chad Diablo 4's Fireball and its skill tree section. So freaking clean. And let's look at our options here. We can either do more damage with Fireball, or over here, we can do more crit damage with Fireball. Thank you, Blizzard, for giving us...
Ay, no puedo más, boludo, no. Ay, boludo, no.
So freaking clean.
La gran experiencia de Olera, boludo. La gran experiencia de Olera, boludo. Dos skills locos con Fireball.
Here. We can either do more damage with Fireball, or over here, we can do more crit damage with Fireball. Thank you, Blizzard, for giving us what we want. Meaningful, game-changing choices in a skill tree.
Opciones significativas que cambian el juego. Ay, Dios.
Now let's look over here at this abomination of a skill tree for Last Epoch.
No puedo verlo, boludo. no. Miremos esta abominación de árbol de habilidades.
The
Como si
options
fuera
we
una
have to
mierda,
augment
¿viste?
Fireball here are turning it into an ability where we can shoot multiple fireballs in a cone, or turn it into a plasma ball that does more damage, or adds an explosion, or homing feature, or turning it into a flamethrower. And we can even combine these together
Boludo,
and have
puedes
a
convertirlo
plasma
hasta en lanzallamas,
flamethrower that
combinarlo.
explodes. I gotta stop. I'm getting too overwhelmed from all these options. I think you can all see what a major waste of time all these options are. They could have used that time to create something we actually want in an ARP, like having a system that locks skill points behind finding over 150 random statues, or having a world boss, but make sure it's on a 3-hour timer so we can all make sure we're there to kill it. Or dungeons, where you need to pick up an idol, but you need 3 of them to open the door, but
Gente, no, es que este tipo, denle el premio Nobel, boludo. Denle el puto premio Nobel de la Paz. Lo tiene que ganar este tipo, boludo. ¿Dónde está para votar el premio Nobel? No. Qué buen video, boludo.
Where you need to pick up an idol, but you need 3 of them to open the door, but can't hold more than 1, so you gotta backtrack. Ah, yes, the good
Las dungeons más ineficientes en un RPG que vi en mi vida.
old days. Speaking of being overwhelmed,
¿Ese es mi inventario? Me robaron contenido, viejo. Me robaron el contenido. ¿Ese es mi inventario?
let's talk stash tabs. Again, Diablo IV has the perfect amount of them. 5. Maybe 6.
5
Okay, I
pestañas,
really don't
capaz ahí
know
dice.
whoever uses that many tabs.
Ay,
Right,
Dios.
guys? This is where I almost threw up in my mouth when I heard in Last Epoch you can have over 100 stash tabs. What even
100 pestañas de alijo podemos tener en las Epoch. Más de 100 pestañas de alijo infinito.
is that? Do you think we're stupid and don't know how to manage our stash? Well, I think you're stupid, Last Epoch, for not even making these purchasable with real money. You just buy them with in-game gold? Come on, you gotta have at least some pay for convenience or pay for power, but you said you won't. How stupid can you be? Okay, before I keep going down this path, let's get back to stash tabs. In Diablo IV, we have 5 classes. All we need is 5 tabs, 1 for each class. And Blizzard believes and trusts us to make meaningful choices on what items we can keep.
Qué buen
Sometimes I
video,
spend
es muy
hours
bueno
just going
este
through all the items, deciding what I need to remove. Some of the most meaningful moments I've ever had in Diablo were just me staring at my items in my stash, or even inventory, deciding if I should keep a weapon with more damage to healthy enemies, or another weapon with more damage to slowed enemies. You know what? This brings me to my next point on why us Diablo IV superfans will absolutely hate Last Epoch. And that's because they have a loot filter. What? Why would you want to pick up less
Filtro de
loot?
botín, lo que
And
le
why
digo
would I want to
siempre.
only see items I need? Do they think we're not smart enough?
¿Por qué quería recoger menos botín?
Why would I
Dice.
want to only see
¿Por
items
qué
I
querría
need?
ver
Do
yo
they
solo
think
lo
we're
que voy
not
buscando, no? Gente, ¿para qué el filtro? ¿Para qué? Díganme para qué. Literalmente buscar a lo que a nosotros nos interesa y ahorrarnos tiempo. ¿De verdad? No, ¿para qué necesitamos un filtro?
smart enough to make loot decisions on our own? No, that can't be it. Us Diablo IV purists are the smartest out of any ARPG player out there. We don't need to be able to filter out white and blue items.
No necesitamos poder filtrar, eliminamos elementos blancos y
We
azules.
don't need to be able to color grade gear that drops based on having stats like plus minion damage. They don't even know how much fun we have spending countless minutes sorting through a whole inventory of items, carefully looking at all the stats to see what may be an upgrade after every dungeon run. Oh my god, I'm getting antsy. All this talk about a full inventory of yellow items is really make me want to stop making this video right now and get back to my perfect Diablo IV. But before I do, I have 2 more reasons why you're going to hate Last Epoch. One of which is the crafting system. In our exquisite game,
Bueno, gente, el crafting en Diablo 4 es totalmente inexistente. No existe. No existe. No hay crafting. Llamar esto a crafteo es literalmente un puto insulto.
Diablo IV, we can choose one stat to re-roll where it gives you a random new stat. Last Epoch has so many crafting options, I'm only going to tell you a few of my favorites. I mean least favorites. The first
Las
is
menos
being
favoritas.
able to put the exact stat you want onto a piece of gear. You want fire damage? You can add fire damage. You can transform an item into a unique or set item. Yes, there are sets in the game. How ridiculous.
Nah, boludo. Lo del crafteo de los exaltados y poder crear tu propio ítem,
This
boludo.
last part about crafting, I'm sure you
Ridículamente
all
hermoso.
hate. And that's the ability to craft a powerful weapon on your high-level character and able to breeze through the early game, destroying everything in sight. How silly. Don't they know killing hordes of enemies super fast is not fun at all? Give me my 4 damage Diablo IV Druid any day, because we are real gamers. Now,
Y lo pone al
for my
brida, boludo.
final and possibly most despised reason us Diablo IV devotees will hate Last Epoch and its endgame. They have 3 endgame activities. The first being Dungeon, where you'll be able to target farm rewards and have varying levels of difficulty. Then they have the Monolith of Fate, which has so much depth to it, but I'm gonna keep things short because I really gotta get to my inventory full of yellows. It consists of a huge branching mapping system with endgame rewards, modifiers, and bosses, with the challenge and rewards increasing with its difficulty the further you go. There's a whole lot more to monoliths.
Todo lo que se
but
pide
who
en un
wants to go
puto
over
RPG
the
lo
endgame
tenemos en LAST
systems
EPOCH,
to
boludo.
that
Lo tenemos en LAST EPOCH, viejo. Es que es una cosa de loco, boludo. Es una cosa de loco. Todo lo que querés en un RPG lo tenés. Lo tenés en LAST EPOCH. Esto está hecho con amor. Está hecho realmente por jugadores de RPG.
extent. I do, and I'll probably make another video about this soon. Then finally, we have the arena. There are 2 modes. One is the Arena of Champions, with a set number of waves followed by a boss. Each wave, you can increase the difficulty with a modifier which increases your reward at the end.
Muy
Then
bueno.
there is the Endless Arena. And here's where I feel the developers of Last
El arena sin
Epoch
fin.
are either aliens or working for the Illuminati. And here's where I feel the developers of Last Epoch
Acaba diciendo
are
que los
either aliens
desarrolladores
or working
son
for the
extraterrestres
Illuminati.
o trabajan para los Illuminati. No, este tipo es igual que yo, boludo. Este tipo es igual que yo, boludo. Claro, porque en Blizzard te tiran que siempre están investigando. Ahora mismo, Blizzard había prometido la tabla de clasificaciones y no lo cumple porque a ver, supuestamente están puliendo todo y bueno, no llegaron. Promesas que realmente no cumplen. Así que nada, acá está la tabla que yo le decía de clasificación.
Because this Endless Arena has a ladder system, a fully functional, active ladder system. Guys, Last Epoch is a small company, so considering it is taking Blizzard months to launch a ladder system, and this game will have
Blizzard necesitó meses, no sé cuánto para lanzar. Está diciendo todo lo que digo todos los putos días en mi canal.
it on launch, I am sure there is either some supernatural or future technology at play here, and we should just not trust it. Okay, so for those of you still here and are sure you will hate Last Epoch, stop watching now. You have a full inventory of yellows to sift through. Go get to it. Okay, so those of you who are still here, I assume you actually are playing or will play Last Epoch on February 21st. If so, then subscribe to my channel.
Muy bueno, muy bueno. ¿Y sabes qué? Me voy a suscribir. Esto es poesía pura. Amé este video. Increíble, gente. Increíble. Increíble. Lo peor de las Epoch es cuando entro en ciudades ni siquiera cargo los alijos de otros jugadores. Injugable. Bueno, gente, ¿estamos? Cualquier duda me van preguntando sobre las Epoch, ¿eh? Y nada, el video, la verdad que el video sarcásticamente mostró una realidad completamente cierta. Reveló lo que realmente pasa con Diablo 4 y cómo LAST EPOCH realmente lo ha meado, cagado, escupido y demostró sinceramente lo que se puede hacer con poco, que con poco podés hacer un montón.